You could tell when the David Lee Garza era began, and Ram was singing with him, and then he got out, and then Emilio came in. It didn't skip a beat. It sounded a lot like Ram, bro.
Yeah, that was. I was there. I was 13 years old when we started with Musicales, and Emilio was 19. And it was pretty hard on my carnal, man, porque, they had already a following, los Musicales, Y pues, when we first started, que you want to sound like Ram, y que sabe qué. And it's just the vocal training that they had together,
Yeah. They come from the same school.
Emilio went to, pues back then it was Texas State University in San Marcos on a scholarship.
Yeah.
So on vocals.
Not far from home.
Not far from home.
For sure.
How did you meet Lalo?
I met Lalo on the, we did like this USO tour in with the Divas. Overseas.
Oh, yeah. It was you, Shelly, and
Stephanie.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we had met, we actually did like a Grammy mixer, and then we decided to take it on the road or take this little tour, and then we got invited to go to Japan and Korea and to Guam for 3 weeks.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, to go perform for the troops out there. So I think Gibson sponsored it, so we took advantage of it. Money was good, so we just decided, let's do it.
I think every industry out there has been affected negatively from the internet. Everyone.
And positively, it has its pros and cons.
It does have its pros and cons.
Because I'm hearing about bands that would have never gotten the light of day with a label.
Done, man, is it's hard to make money nowadays, because the reason it's hard to make money is because you can get music for free, and people have options, right? And now they're getting used to the Spotify and all that, but they pay a lot less than they used to pay in the day. When you'd really sell a physical CD, it was a lot of
$15-$20 for a CD.
It was a good money.
Now you got
So I have a friend that sells heavy equipment, and now he's renting because everybody online was selling heavy equipment after the internet came, and so car sales have gone down. A lot of industries, retail has gotten kicked in the nuts, really. So you have to kind of reinvent yourself within that same confines of what's out there.
How long were you guys with David Lee, man?
Tour 88 was the last album.
Tour 88.
And 89 empezamos Emilio y Grupo Rio.
And how did that come about? I mean, like, did Emilio and you talk about it, or was it?
No, it was mostly Emilio's. I really didn't want to leave because I was in high school and I was making.
Who put that bug in Emilio's ear to, hey, you can go on your own, you can do it, or was it that he had already seen what Ram had done on his own?
Eso, and pues my brother was the only one working and a full-time job and on the weekend.
Sí.
And he got lucky porque pues donde trabajaba, they would let him go. Like a
¿Dónde jalaba?
Mission Pharmaco.
Mission Pharmaco?
I don't know if you remember, I used to be sponsored by Dr. Smith's Diaper Rash Ointment.
Oh, yeah.
And Theragesic, well, those same people.
Then you were also sponsored by Chip, right? Was that Toritos? Or Toreadas?
Toreadas.
Yeah, Toreadas.
Yeah,
and then the cream for it after the
same
Toreadas.
Family as Takis.
Te avientan unos taquis y ahí tienes la crema, carnal, para que cuando te esté quemando, tienes la onda.
At the talent show, they had the first tryouts, and I made it first. We got first place. But then something happened on the second tryouts, and we didn't even place, which I don't know what happened there. But
La política.
La política. It's because we were so good that they just didn't want us to win. Yeah. I mean, but I mean, it is what it is. But that just motivated me, and it fired me up.
You got the bug.
Bad. Got your bad, like they say. And then being on the Johnny Canales show, and I remember, I'll never forget what he said. He said, you guys can't hear her out there, but man, does she have a voice. Because it was lip sync. So what the public, what they were hearing out there was, Irene Cara.
Backtrack,
Yeah, but I was actually singing my wet off. And he was like, wow. He said I had a real powerful voice.
So we were talking about a play or something like that?
Yeah, there was Juan Gabriel had passed away. And a producer was doing a play called Amor Eterno, where he wanted me to play it wasn't Juan Gabriel, it was like Juan Gabriel-like, but in that, I fall in love in that play with a Rocío Dúrcal-like person. So it never touches like I'm gay or I had to act, feminine or anything like that. But That's where I met my wife. And my wife was there in the ensemble singing and dancing. And then that thing didn't work out because Juan Gabriel's son, had big issues with the royalties and with the rights, and they shut us down, after 3 months. So we did it for 3 months, and then I met my wife, and we were dating and whatnot. And then I said, hey, well, I'm just gonna stay here. I was happy.
After that first album, and I remember seeing you in the back cover of that first album, Pienso en Ti. You were a young little thin kid, man.
Yeah. I was never thin, Rock.
Well,
never thin.
They must have done something with the camera. Pero
I
estabas bien chavalillo, bro. That picture in the back of that album.
was 20.
Yeah. So when you all were playing for Pienso en Ti, when you all started touring, were you already on stage with Emilio?
At first, like the first month, not even the first 3 gigs. I was running sound. I was in charge of the crew.
Because I think that's what they had you as in the back of the album, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Y luego, pues, Emilio just said, no, vente a cantar conmigo, güey. And it was hard for me because I was a sound engineer. When you're on stage, you go, ¿cómo se oye allá afuera? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got a good guy. I mean, Emilio Guerrero's brother, Leonard Guerrero. He started
El
running.
Dean Martin de la O.
Eso.
Esos ojitos verdes donde se estarán
Por
paseando.
una mujer casada.
Aquellos ojitos verdes con quien se andarán vaciando. Ojalá que me recuerden, aunque sea de vez en cuando.